Hey everyone, welcome to Holistic Lifestyle Tips Getting Real About the Woo Woo. I am Becky Russell, owner of wellness company Hope Essential, and I am a holistic lifestyle educator. And let's see here. Oh, having some difficulties here. Okay. So I am a holistic lifestyle educator and an essential oil educator. That means I love to teach. And I have been practicing a holistic lifestyle for over 25 years, and I feel it's served me well. And I just want to share that information that I've learned with you. And my goal is to just open your eyes to a different approach to wellness, a more preventative and proactive way. The holistic approach is to treat the entire body, mind, body, and soul. And I feel it served me well because despite my genes, at 62, I am not on any daily medications or prescriptions. And that's pretty unheard of in my family. So I just chose a different way. I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I do love to research and learn. So I just keep plugging away, trying to find those answers and then sharing them. So I want to dispel any myths about what holistic means and who it's for. It's not for any specific category of people. It's anyone who, uh, just wants to approach their wellness in a different manner. Instead of disease treatment, we're going to, get to the root of things and just age with the quality of life. I want that for me and I want that for you. So I started this series a little over a year ago. This is week 54. And I'm just giving you little tidbits of information so that you can then go do your own research. I don't want you to just take my word for anything, um, but maybe I'm sharing something you don't know. And so do your own research. And I am here to help you, to serve you in any way I can. And so tonight, we are going to talk about a book that's become a big favorite of mine. And it's one that sort of, I didn't dismiss it, but I wasn't super excited about it. I have been a personal development, you know, uh, I've been obsessed with personal development my entire life. And I've taken all the quizzes and tests and things because I love it. I think it's really interesting and helpful. And for some reason, when I was asked to do the test from this book, this is Discover Your Clifton Strengths, and it's Strengthfinders 2.0. It's from Gallup. Um, I just sort of had a dismissive attitude because thinking it's like a lot of the other tests. And yes, it's a good tool and it's probably going to, be helpful to some degree, but it's not going to be a big deal. I don't know why I thought that, but there's a lesson in there. So, but because doTERRA is using this as their training for, their teams, I want to be the best leader I can be because I'm growing my team and I want to, help them as much as I can. So I did the quiz, and when I saw the results, I was stunned because my number one strength is something I never even considered was anything that important. So you can imagine how much my mind was blown. And it changed my whole approach to well, it gave me insight into how I should approach my business and honor that strength instead of ignoring it. And so my number one strength is connectedness. And people who know me are like, well, duh. But I assumed that my need to create a sense of family anywhere I went was more of a result of being raised in a small town where everyone loved, knew each other and, just it was like one big family in that town. And I just assumed that was just some quirky little thing about me. But after taking this quiz, it became very clear that that is super important for me. And it's something I should celebrate and honor and make sure that I lead with that. And so it's truly been very much a game changer for me. And what I like most about this book, aside from, giving me some key information, is the philosophy of the people behind this. Um, I think we're raised typically to sort of take our strengths for granted and then work on those weaknesses, so you're a more balanced person. And that really doesn't serve us, according to the Gallup. And the reason they believe this is when we do that, we are going against our God-given gifts, our talents, our skills that just come so natural to us. So they use the example of Michael Jordan in that he didn't spend hours and hours and hours trying to learn how to throw the perfect pass, football. He Basketball was his thing. So he spent all of his time and energy on being the best basketball player he could be. And that paid off pretty well for him. So he had God-given talent. Now his road wasn't totally smooth, we know that, but the talent was there and he had to grow into it. And so what Gallup suggests is there are 34 strengths and you should focus the most on your top 5. Now, it doesn't mean you never have to learn anything new or do anything you don't like to do. Of course, it doesn't mean that. But how many of us has it been ingrained in us that we need to focus on our weaknesses? And I think I do agree with this philosophy that we should focus more on our strengths and learn to delegate to others who have those strengths that are different from ours. So, for instance, I'm more of a detail person. I'm not the big picture kind of person. And so, for me to, you know, be focused on trying to figure out how to think that way, that would really be foreign to me and very difficult and frustrating. And it doesn't mean I shouldn't ever stretch myself, but that's not where I should live. And so I should then seek out people who have those strengths that I don't have. And then I help them with, maybe getting a little more detail oriented, not live there, but, give them a little guidance. And then they share their strength of that big picture thinking with me. So I don't know if you've ever heard of this actual book or the quiz. My top 5 are uh, connectedness, empathy, input, which explains the piles of paper around my house. I'm constantly collecting data and I all of it's important. And so I need those piles to, you know, to to have that information at my fingertips because my goal is to help people and so that information is so important to me. And then learner, which fits in with the, you know, input. And then the last one is responsibility. So that is what probably led me to doing these Facebook Lives. Despite my weakness of being comfortable in front of a camera, my overriding strength of responsibility has put me in this chair for 54 weeks because I feel it's my responsibility to share what has helped me with you. And so the thing is, we all have a mix of those 34 strengths, but they're all in different orders. So we, it's so interesting to me because that is like a blueprint of how unique and special each of us are. And so when we have that right in front of us, these are my top 5 strengths. And you can get the report that gives you all of them, and there's more um, guidance on how to use all this, and it's just so interesting. In fact, at some point, I would love to be an instructor of this. That would be fun. But um, if you honor and embrace those strengths, then you can pretty much write your mission statement from there. And it really helps you focus and understand where you need to put all that attention and energy. So I don't know about you, but if I'm spending time on something that is difficult for me, I feel drained afterward. I'm not saying it wasn't worth it and that I didn't feel a sense of accomplishment if I did figure it out, but it's exhausting. Whereas when you're in your zone, when you are in your strength, it's it's effortless. And so I really encourage you, if you have not already read this book, I encourage you to uh, don't be like me, don't dismiss it. Um, Read the book, take the quiz, and get back with me at some point. Let me know what you found out. If you've already taken the quiz, put it in the comments below what your top 5 are. I'd love to know that. And it's just another tool to use. And I would just love to know what you think. So be sure and go to hopeessential.com. I have my previous Facebook Lives, holistic lifestyle tips on there, some DIY videos, and then, of course, all things about oils and holistic wellness. And then follow me on Facebook, my Hope Essential LLC page. And till next time, choose you, choose natural, choose now.